Today, we're going to be watching the 4th episode of Game of Thrones. If you also join the Patreon community, you get access to all of my reactions, early access to my reactions, as well as Discord access where we have movie nights. Anyway, right into the 4th episode. I feel like the 3rd episode, I didn't really have much to say, especially because I've also been told that the first few episodes of Game of Thrones is kind of slow. So I'm just kind of like getting through it and kind of adjusting to knowing everybody's names and what they look like and who's who and who's connected to what and the map and all of those things. And I'm sure if you guys have watched the other episodes that I've watched, you can tell that I'm a little confused in some of the parts and I'm still trying to learn all of these things little by little. So I think we're still at that point right now. So I apologize in advance if I seem a little confused to some of the things that I'm watching. But yeah, I just apologize in advance. Anyway, I think that's about it. I think I'm just gonna go right into it because I just finished the 3rd episode yesterday. So I kind of want to see what this one brings about. I honestly thought the 3rd episode was gonna be about the little boy, the son who just woke up from the coma that he was in, who can't walk right now. I thought he was going to be able to remember what had happened, but he does not. So I'm kind of, that's like the one thing that I'm keeping in mind because I think I was so excited for him to wake up and kind of tell everybody what he saw. But anyway, let's just dive into the 4th episode and see what we have. Also, I'm kind of hoping in this episode that the mother of the kid, Stark? Is it Starks? The Stark? No. Maybe I'm thinking of, Krug. Okay. She knows that the Lannisters, is that the right name? I think you guys know exactly what I'm talking about if I'm close to it, but she's trying to figure out or actually have proof about them causing what happened to her son. So I hope that that's kind of what we're getting into. Also, learning a little bit more about the White Walkers, I believe they are called, because winter is coming, and on the other side of the North Wall. I'm kind of also hoping to know a little bit more background on all of that history, especially because I think it was the nanny that was taking care of the kid when he like barely woke up from the coma. She was telling the story a bit about how about the White Walkers and like when winter was there and how long it lasted and all of that stuff. So I'm kind of hoping that we get a little bit more background on that in this episode too. So let's go. I like it because the more I continue to watch it, as I see the intro, I kind of have more of an understanding of, oh, hey, this is where I saw this. This is where they are. Wait, is this the past? I either picked up the wrong thing in the last episode of him not being able to walk, or, you know, that's the past. Or a dream. I don't know. Oh, it's probably a dream. Okay. Whew. I think I doubt myself too much, you know?
Anyway, you don't have a choice. Rob's waiting.
I don't want to go.
Neither do I. But Rob's Lord of Winterfell, which means I do what he says and you do what I say. Hodor! Help Bran down the hall.
Hodor.
Do you remember anything about what happened?
He has no memory of that day.
Curious.
Why are you here?
Would your charming companion be so kind as to kneel? My neck is beginning to hurt. What of it? With the right horse and saddle, even a cripple can ride.
I'm not a cripple.
Then I'm not a dwarf. My father will rejoice to hear it. I have a gift for you. Give that to your saddler. He'll provide the rest. You must shape the horse to the rider. Start with a yearling and teach it to respond to the reins and to the boy's voice.
Will I really be able to ride?
You will. On horseback, you'll be as tall as any of them.
Is this some kind of trick? Why do you want to help him?
Yeah,
I
that's
have
a
a
little
tender spot in
strange.
my heart for cripples, bastards, and broken things. Your loyalty to your captors is touching. Tell me, how do you think Balin Greyjoy would feel if he could see his only surviving son has turned lackey? I still remember seeing my father's fleet burn in Lannisport. I believe your uncles were responsible.
Must have been a pretty sight.
Nothing prettier than watching sailors burn alive.
There's so many past things that they talk about.
I've come to take the black.
Come to take the black pudding? Well, you couldn't be any worse than you look. Right. See what he can do.
Ooh, he looks kind of scary with that.
Please, no more! On your feet. Pick up your sword.
He yielded.
You wish to defend your lady love? Let's make it an exercise. You two. 3 of you ought to be sufficient to make Lady Piggy squeal.
Yield. I yield.
We're done for today. Go clean the armory. That's all you're good for.
Well fought.
Piss off.
Get angry. And she's pregnant with a boy.
Vice doth rag. City of the Horse Lords. Mud, shit, twigs. Best these savages can do.
These are my people now. You shouldn't call them savages.
I'll call them what I like because they're my people. This is my army.
He's so annoying.
Away with my army.
And you will sit by his side. And one day, before too long, you will present your son to the court. All the lords...
It annoys me. I just feel annoyed by everything.
Gods be good, you'll have boys and girls, and plenty of them.
What if I only have girls?
I wouldn't worry about that. If you only had girls, I suppose the throne would pass to Prince Joffrey's little brother.
And everyone would hate me.
Nobody could ever hate you.
Joffrey does.
Nonsense. Why would you say such a thing? Take to build...
My grandfather and uncle were murdered here, weren't they?
They were killed on the orders of King Aerys, yes.
The Mad King.
Commonly known as the Mad King. You will find it in your heart to forgive your father.
No, I won't.
It's the Hand's tournament that's causing all this trouble, my lord.
The King's tournament, I assure you.
Okay, girl.
The Hand wants no part of it.
Till tomorrow, my lord.
I've been hoping to talk to you about John Arryn.
Lord Arryn. His death was a great sadness to all of us. I took personal charge of his care, but I could not save him. I saw him in my chambers just the night before he passed. Lord John often came to me for counsel.
Why?
I have been Grand Maester for many years. Kings and hands have come to me for advice since...
What did John want the night before he died?
Oh, he came inquiring after a book.
What book?
I fear it would be of little interest to you, my lord.
I'd like to read it.
The lineages and history of the great houses of the Seven Kingdoms, noble ladies and their children.
I love the way they decorated the room.
And you're quite certain he died of a natural illness?
Well, what else could it be?
Poison.
But the Hand was loved by all. What sort of man would dare?
I've heard it said that poison is a woman's weapon.
Yes. Women?
I never thought about that.
Now that Bran's awake, will he come live with us?
He needs to get his strength back first.
He wanted to be Knight of the King's Guard. He can't be one now, can he?
No. But someday, he could be Lord of a Holdfast. He'll sit on the King's Council. Or he might raise castles. Like Brandon the Builder.
Can I be Lord of a Holdfast?
You will marry a High Lord and rule this castle. And your sons shall be knights and princes and lords.
I think so far she is one of my favorite characters.
No. That's not me.
This part intrigues me the most, like the whole other side of the North Wall.
Hello.
Whole background.
Sir Alistair said I'm to be your new watch partner.
Thanks.
I should warn you, I don't see all that well.
Come stand by the fire. It's warmer.
Oh, that's all right. I'm fine.
You're not. You're freezing.
It's like he doesn't think he's deserving of things.
You're afraid of heights and almost everything else, probably. What are you doing here, Sam?
On the morning of my 18th name day, my father came to me. You're almost a man now, he said, but you're not worthy of my land and title. Tomorrow, you're going to take the black, forsake all claim to your inheritance and start north. If you do not, he said, then we'll have a hunt. And somewhere in these woods, your horse will stumble, and you'll be thrown from your saddle to die. Also, I'll tell your mother. Nothing would please me more. I'm not going to get any better, you know.
Well, you can't get any worse.
Can only go up from here. Now I hope he becomes one of the best fighters.
Boy, there. One of Varys' little birds. The spider has taken a great interest in your comings and goings. Now look, there.
Wow.
That one belongs to the Queen. And do you see that scepter?
Larissa the Queen.
No, she's one of mine.
Holy crap.
Is there
That's
someone in your
crazy.
service whom you trust completely?
Yes.
The wiser answer was no, my lord. Get a message to this paragon of yours, discreetly. Send him to question Sir Hugh. After that, you might want him to visit a certain armorer in the city. He lives in a large house at the top of the Street of Steel.
But Baelish, perhaps I was wrong to distrust you.
Distrusting me was the wisest thing you've done since you climbed off your horse.
Damn.
Gendry! Here he is. Strong for his age. He works hard.
This is fine work.
It's not for sale. Boy, this is the king's hand. If his lordship wants the helmet, I made it for me. Forgive him, my lord.
There's nothing to forgive.
Then he started asking me about my mother.
What did you tell him?
She died when I was little. She had yellow hair. She'd sing to me sometimes.
Look at me.
Do you recognize?
If the day ever comes when that boy would rather wield a sword than forge one, you send him to me.
Find anything?
King Robert's bastard son.
How many do you think are in there with him? Huh? Guess. 3. 4. He likes to do this when I'm on duty. Makes me listen as he insults my sister.
Forgive me, my lord.
Why do I have to forgive you? Have you wronged me?
We've met before, you know.
Have we? Strange, I've forgotten.
The Siege of Pike. We fought side by side one afternoon.
That's where you got your scar.
Aye. One of the Greyjoys nearly took my eye.
Vicious sons of whores.
They liked the bloodshed.
They stopped liking it at the end. That was a proper battle. Do you remember Thorazamir charging through the breach?
With his burning sword. I'll remember that till the day I die.
I saw the youngest of the Greyjoy lads at Winterfell. It was like seeing a shark on a mountaintop.
Theon. He's a good lad.
I doubt it.
I bet you smell a blackberry jam. Let me smell it.
The message from Lord Stark.
I don't serve Lord Stark.
Angry fellow.
Sam's no different from the rest of us. There's no place for him in the world, so he's come here. We're not going to hurt him in the training yard anymore. Never again, no matter what Thorne says. He's our brother now, and we're going to protect him.
You are in love, Lord Snow.
You girls can do as you please, but if Thorne puts me up against Lady Piggy,
I'm gonna slice me off a side of bacon.
No one touches Sam.
What are you waiting for? Attack him!
Hit me. Go on, hit me.
You think this is funny, do you? When you're out there, beyond the wall with the sun going down, do you want a man at your back? Or a snivelling boy?
You send this to give me commands. I should have sent you back her head.
Forgive me, Khaleesi. It is you. Hush. Why did you hit her?
How many times do I have to tell you? You do not command me.
I wasn't commanding you. I just wanted to invite you to supper.
What's this?
It's a gift. I had it made for you.
Dothraki rags. You're going to dress me now?
Please.
But this stinks of manure. All of it.
Stop. Stop
You would
it.
turn me into one of them, wouldn't you? Next I want to braid my hair.
You've no right to a braid. You've won no victories yet.
You do not talk back to me.
I knew he was gonna slap her.
Horse Lord Slut. And now you've woken the dragon.
La mierda.
I am a Khaleesi of the
Wait a sec.
Dothraki. I am the wife of the great Khal, and I carry his son inside me. The next time you raise a hand to me will be the last time you have hands.
That made my eyes water.
What? We can't defend the wall unless we celebrate.
It's absurd. I didn't think you'd be so upset about it.
Why not? Because I'm fat.
No.
But I like girls just as much as you do. They might not like me as much. You probably had hundreds.
No. As a matter of fact, the same as you.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe.
Came very close once. Was alone in a room with a naked girl.
Didn't know where to put it?
I know where to put it. Young and gorgeous. A whore named Ros.
What colour hair?
Red.
Oh, I like red hair.
Same girl.
And her,
Her breasts.
You don't want to know.
What, that good?
Better.
Oh, no. So,
And why is my surname Snow?
you're a bastard from the north.
I never met my mother. My father wouldn't even tell me her name. Because all I could think was, what if I got her pregnant? She had a child, another bastard named Snow. It's not a good life for a child.
Wow.
So,
I really like him.
you didn't know where to put it?
Do you boys even remember the last winter? How long's it been now? What, 10 years?
I remember.
Was it uncomfortable at Winterfell? Were the days when you just couldn't get warm, never mind how many fires your servants built?
I build my own fires.
That's admirable. I spent 6 months out there, beyond the wall, during the last winter. We got caught in the open. Wind so strong, it yanked 100-foot trees straight from the ground, roots and all. If you took your gloves off to find your cock to have a piss, you lost a finger to the frost. You don't know cold. Neither of you do. Eating the horses was easy, but later when we started to fall, that wasn't easy. You're boys still. And come the winter, you will die like flies.
I'm sorry, do I...
Sansa, dear, this is Lord Baelish. He's no
An
more...
old friend of the family. I've known your mother a long, long time.
Why do they call you Littlefinger?
Arya, don't be rude.
No, it's quite all right. When I was a child, I was very small. And I come from a little spit of land called the Fingers, so you see, it's an exceedingly clever nickname.
I've been sitting here for days! Start the damn joust before I piss myself.
Sir Gregor Clegane. They call him the Mountain, the Hound's older brother.
And his opponent?
Sir Hugh of the Vale. He was John Arryn's squire. Look how far he's come.
Yes, yes, enough of the bloody pomp. Have at him!
How interesting. Jesus, how many times? How long are they gonna keep it on screen? Holy shit! And he ran in front of them too.
My lord, Her Grace, the Queen.
Your Grace.
You're missing your tournament.
I'm just like skeptical of every single person.
What are you doing here?
I might ask the same of you. What is it you hope to accomplish?
The king called on me to serve him and the realm, and that's what I'll do until he tells me otherwise.
You can't change him, you can't help him. He'll do what he wants, which is all he's ever done. You'll try your best to pick up the pieces.
That's my job, then. So be it.
You're just a soldier, aren't you? You take your orders and you carry on. Your older brother was trained to lead and you were trained to follow.
I was also trained to kill my enemies, Your Grace.
As was I.
It's like trying to intimidate, but it's just annoying. Are most of these episodes gonna just make me annoyed?
And to you.
Boy, bread, meat and beer, quickly.
Oh, good idea, Grandfather. I'm starving. A song while we wait, or?
I'd rather throw myself down a well.
Grandfather.
My men can sleep in the stable. As for myself, I don't require a large room.
Surely, my lord. We have nothing.
Is there nothing I can do to remedy this?
You can have my room.
Now, there's a clever man. You can manage food, I trust. Yoren, dine with me.
Aye, my lord.
My lord of Lannister. Might I entertain you while you eat? I can sing your father's victory at King's Landing.
Nothing would more likely ruin my supper. Lady Stark. What an unexpected pleasure. I was sorry to miss you at Winterfell.
Lady Stark. The Red Stallion was always a welcome sight at River Run. My father counts Jonas Bracken amongst his oldest and most loyal bannermen.
Our lord is honored by his trust.
I envy your father all his fine friends, Lady Stark, but I don't quite see the purpose of this.
This man came into my house as a guest, and there conspired to murder my son. I call upon you to seize him and help me return him to Winterfell to await the king's justice.
What the? He's not gonna... Is he gonna die? Okay, we just finished episode 4 now. You know the good thing? I am starting to actually know people's names, which is really good. So I feel more like it's easier to follow along the story because I'm kind of understanding pinpoints about the story and stuff. The only thing is a lot of the stuff that they speak about has to do with the past. So I think that's the only thing that's kind of like, I don't know who that is and why he's saying this and the purpose for it. But as we continue, it kind of starts making more sense. So I'm kind of glad that we've now begun that journey in my brain. Yeah, I feel like a little irritated with some of the characters, and then some of the characters I either love or I dislike very much. But you will hear my distaste for them as we continue. I don't know if I'll ever... I probably will warm up to some characters, I assume. But so far, there are a couple of them that I really like. Hopefully they stay that way. Besides that, I'm trying to think of anything that I can say about this episode specifically. I think you guys know some of my favorite characters so far, which is Jon Snow. I really like Jon Snow. I don't like Sansa. That's her name. Who else? I'm trying to think of someone else that I'm like disliking. Obviously the man who's leading Jon Snow and the other guys and whatever. I like the relationship between Jon Snow and Sam. I do like their friendship. What's her name? I think his name is Ned. That's the father, right? Ned Stark? I think it's Ned, but Lord Stark. Okay. His daughter. I forgot her name, but I like her as well. Yeah, besides that, I kind of just want to go to the next episode and see what happens to... I don't know his name. Also, we did learn a little bit more background on about like winter coming and all of that stuff, so that's kind of cool. I kind of like how they kind of input it in every episode, I'm sorry, as the time comes, so that's really cool. Anyway, I don't think I have much to say for this episode. I'm kind of, at this point, as you guys know, just going along with the story and grabbing all the details I can until I can actually say my input in the things, because I feel like if I give my opinion on whatever I can, but I think I don't speak very much because of the fact that I don't know a lot of the background, and I'm trying to still understand and know everybody's connections and names and all that stuff. So if you guys have anything to say for this episode as background, if you guys felt like I was confused at some point, because I know they do speak about it in almost every episode of the past and all that, especially the part where Ned finds where he finds Robert's, his name's Robert, right? Robert's bastard son. Yeah, I remember that one. And remember that scene. Anyway, if you guys have anything to say, that would be great. I would be looking at the comments, especially in these first few episodes, because I feel a little confused with a lot of the background and, you know, still trying to learn everything. So anything would be great. And besides that, I will see you for episode 5. Very exciting. I can't believe we really started this. I honestly was waiting for it to happen just to see exactly how I'm gonna get into it. But I'll see you for episode 5. And make sure to eat, make sure to rest, and make sure to stay hydrated. And I'll see you